students, welcome to another session of this KCET. In this session, we will be discussing 2017 KCET question paper, topic continuity and differentiability. My name is Prakash Chowgle, your mathematics mentor. So let's begin. Here is the first question. If f of x equals to kx square, if x is less than or equals to 2, and it is 3 if x is greater than 2, is continuous at x equals to 2, then the value of k is how much? So whenever you are given a function is continuous at some point, you need to write left hand limit and right hand limit must be equal to functional value. Means limit x tends to x 2 minus, that is left hand limit, equals to limit x tends to 2 plus fx, this is the right hand limit, equals to f of 2. Now see here, left hand limit means you have to consider the function fx for which x is less than 2. So you are given this. So when x is less than or equals to 2, fx is kx square. Okay. And x tends to 2 plus means x is greater than 2. Okay. Now see here, for when x is less than or equals to 2, fx is kx square, means for this and for this you will get the same function. So you consider these of 2. So I take this is limit x tends to 2 minus, it is kx square, equals to limit x tends to 2 plus, and means when x is greater than 2 it is 3. So only with these two limits you can find the value of k, because here also we'll get the same thing. F of 2 is kx square at x equals to 2. Yes. Now this implies, substitute here k as x as 2, so you'll get 4k you will get. If you substitute x as 2 here, x square is, that's 2 square is 4, 4k equals to 3 you will get. And in this case also you will get 4k. So from this you can calculate k. So 4k is 3 and k is 3 by 4. You can check your answer. Option C is the correct one. Let's move on to next. This. If y equals to tan inverse of sin x plus cos x by cos x minus sin x, then dy by dx is how much? So first you express it in the simplest form. So for that reason, you might be knowing this. Divide by cos x to both numerator and denominator within this tan inverse. So what you will get? You will get y equals to tan inverse of sin x by cos x, means tan x you will get, plus cos x by cos x means 1, divided by cos x by cos x means 1, sin x by cos x is tan x. And this can be written tan inverse of, if you wish you can write, for your understanding I am writing in detail, 1 plus tan x by 1 minus tan x. And I can write it as, this is 1 plus tan x by 1 minus tan x, it is a tan of pi by 4 plus x. If you expand it using tan a plus b, you will get this. Okay, tan pi by 4 is 1. So tan inverse of tan is just pi by 4 plus x, because tan inverse of tan get vanish. So this is your simplified y. Now differentiate this If we differentiate this, dy by dx equals to derivative of pi by 4 is 0 and derivative of x is 1. So dy by dx is 1. So correct option is your D. Let's move on to next. This. If y equals to f of determinant fx, gx, h of x, lmn, abc, then dy by dx is how much? Actually, if you expand it, what will get? F of x into this as it is, m n b c minus g of x into l n a c and plus h of x into determinant l m a b. This is your y. If we differentiate this, what will get? This is a constant. These determinants are constants. So only f derivative is f dash. This as it is. Minus g dash. This as it is. Plus h dash. This as it is. Yes. Now can you put this in the form of determinant again? Yes, we can. This can be put in the form of determinant f dash, g dash, h dash of x, and this remains as it is. L, m, n, a, b, c. Now this is your option. Let's move on to next question. This. If sin x equals to 2t by 1 plus t square and tan y equal to 2t by 1 minus t square, then dy by dx is how much? If I put t is equal to tan theta, see here what will get? Your sin x becomes 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta, and that we know that 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is sin 2 theta. Sin x equals to, this implies x equals to 2 theta. I hope you agree. Similarly, this tan y becomes, it is 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta, and we know that 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square is tan 2 theta. So tan y is tan 2 theta. So this implies y equal to 2 theta. Now if you compare these two, x equals to 2 theta and y is also 2 theta. So that represents x equals to y. Now if we differentiate this with respect to x, what will get? This implies 1 equal to dy by dx. So derivative is 1. So option A is the correct one. Easy. Only thing is that you know correct substitution. So let's move on to next. The derivative of cos inverse of 2x square minus 1 with respect to cos inverse of x is how much? Again very simple, but you must know trigonometric identities. Yes. See here, look at this. Cos inverse of 2x square minus 1, and you need differentiation of this with respect to cos inverse x. Okay. So suppose if I take, for your understanding, I am writing in detail. If I take y equals to cos inverse of 2x square minus 1, then see here, if I substitute x as cos theta, so what it becomes? Cos inverse of 2 cos square theta minus 1. And as we know that 2 cos square theta minus 1 means it is cos 2 theta. It is cos 2 theta, which is equals to 2 theta. Cos inverse of cos 2 theta is cos inverse cos, get vanish, you will left with 2 theta, and theta is your cos inverse x, because you made the substitution x as cos theta. So what is y? Y is 2 cos inverse x. And see here, you want what? Derivative of this with respect to cos inverse. See here, derivative of this with respect to cos inverse. So derivative of y with respect to cos inverse means, see here, for your understanding I can write this. Derivative of y with respect to cos inverse. It is 2, because we know that if y equal to 2x, then derivative of y with respect to x is how much? 2 only. So similarly, derivative of this with respect to cos inverse is 2 only. So option is first one. This is your correct option. So let's move on to next. If y equals to log of log x, then d square y by dx square is how much? See here, y is log of log x, means base e. First derivative, dy by dx is derivative of log is, you know this. If y equals to log of fx, then its derivative dy by dx is 1 by f of x into f dash x. Okay, so similarly, derivative of this is, it's 1 by log x into derivative of again log x is 1 by x. Yes. So for your understanding, I can write like this. It is dy by dx equals to 1 by x log x. We want second derivative. Differentiate with respect to x again. So d square y by dx square equals to, again look at this, derivative of 1 by x. Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. In the same form, it is derivative of 1 by some function is here, x log x. So its derivative is 1 by, it's minus 1 by x log x whole square into d by dx of this denominator, that is x log x. So differentiate this as it is, minus 1 divided by x log x whole square. Use product rule here. X into derivative of log x is 1 by x plus log x, derivative of x is 1. So I don't write. So what will get? X cancels. It is minus 1 plus log x divided by x log x whole square. So this is your d square y by dx square. Check your answer. Minus 1 plus log x by. So that is your answer is not given here. I have not given you. Let's move on to next. This. If f of x equals to 1 minus cos kx by x sin x, when x not equal to 0, and it is 1 by 2, if x equal to 0 is continuous at x equal to 0, then the value of k is how much? Okay. See here, if the function is continuous at x equal to 0, that means that left hand limit, right hand limit, and the value of the function at x equal to 0 are equal. Here you are given f of x equals to 1 minus cos kx by x sin x if x not equal to 0. Means this is case even if x is less than 0 or x is greater than 0. You have to use the same function. So you are given that it is continuous at x equal to 0 means limit x tends to 0, f of x must be equals to f of 0. No need to find separate left hand limit and right hand limit. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ. when x is less than 0 and even if x is greater than 0 you are given as this. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So limit x tends to 0, what fx is? It is 1 minus cos kx divided by x sin x, and f of 0 means when x is 0 fx is 1 by 2, so I can write it as 1 by 2. Yes. Now see here, whenever you find sin or tan in the denominator, you better try to convert it in the form sin x by x as x tends to 0 is 1. So I multiply and divide by x in the denominator. So what will get? Limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x by, if I multiply and divide by x, so you will get this sin x by x equals to 1 by 2 as it is. And limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1, so I can write it as limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos kx by x square equals to 1 by 2. Now you need to evaluate this. Okay. So as we know that L'Hospital's rule, I explained neatly in one of the video. If you substitute x equal to 0 here, it becomes cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So numerator also becomes 0 and denominator also becomes 0 for x equal to 0. So you are supposed to apply L'Hospital's rule. So whenever numerator and denominator becomes 0, you have to operate L'Hospital's rule. That means differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So L'Hospital's rule, derivative of this, derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of cos is minus sign, so minus of minus plus k sin x you will get, k sin kx. Derivative of cos kx is minus k sin kx. Derivative of x square is 2x. This side as it is 1 by 2. Now again see here, if you substitute x as 0, it becomes 0 and sin 0 is also 0. So it takes the form again 0 by 0. So again apply L'Hospital's rule. Means differentiate numerator. K into sin kx is there. Derivative of sin kx is k cos kx. So already one k is there. You will get k square cos kx. Derivative of 2x is 2 equals to 1 by 2 as it is. Yes. Now you can substitute your limit x equal to 0. Cos 0 is 1. So you will get k square by 2 equals to 1 by 2. That implies k square equals to 1. So k is plus or minus 1. Okay. So this much k is plus or minus 1. So option D is the correct one. So this is all about today's session. We will meet in the next session. So till then, take care and